Now, wow, in this fight to stop Peter Obi, many are making themselves worthless. Let's start with a video on Arise TV. And Rufai Oseni is giving them water. This exchange is really very serious. Let's watch it and we'll be right back. We are going to discuss it at length, but let's watch the video first.
A day after INEC announced NDC's registration, I was here on this your studio. I was opposing it on the 6th of February. So it is not about Obi. It is not at all whatsoever. What was my business with Obi? What's my business with Kwankwaso? And when I had these facts, I communicated to, I don't have Obi's line to discuss with him directly, but I communicated to all those who have been close to Obi, telling them to tell him that if they are considering going to another political party, there are other political parties to go in, not NDC, because this is the problem NDC is facing. And I sat down with Kwankwaso and I told him. And when I also called him a day or two before they move in, I also told him that these are the problems that this NDC is facing. But they refused, they went and entered. So the fact that they entered does not mean that it has changed the situation. The situation is as bad as it has always been.
Okay. Well,
so I have no motive whatsoever other than to stop, a national fraud on the country.
Okay.
You cannot come through this way.
National fraud for Nigeria. All the other politicians, they tip our money up and down. Organ no stop her. Now NDC, where Peter Obi and Kwankwaso go. Now you want to stop national fraud. Abi, continue. Oh, yeah.
Expect people to vote for you.
Sir, thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. I don't think you got Rufai's question. Rufai is telling you that you are a busybody intervening in NDC matter. Even your own party, Ardo, they have said you are on your own. So this looks like a busybody intervention. What do you stand to lose?
You mean to tell me that what is affecting the country? What is affecting the country?
Okay, how do you incur damages? That's what a busybody action is.
Let me ask you. When in the tribunal, sanctioned INEC 2023 elections and then said that it was right, didn't Nigerians complain? Didn't Nigerians say that INEC was wrong? Didn't Nigerians castigate the judiciary? It is the same thing. The judiciary has messed up and INEC refused to comply, refused to appeal to this, and INEC became complicit. So we have been accusing INEC of complicity in so many things. Why are we not going to accuse INEC on this complicity? We cannot have double standard. We cannot pick and choose what to oppose and what to accept when we know what is wrong is wrong and what is right.
Okotoliba. Okotoliba. Can you imagine that guy? Anyway, let me tell you the context of this. You see, Umar Ador is a promoter. He is associated with All Democratic Alliance, ADA. Even though we are aware most of these people are working for Tinubu actually. But he is associated with that party. He has been challenging the registration of NDC in court. Nothing concerning with NDC, just that he wants to challenge. And the moment Peter Obi joined in NDC, he started to show face more. You understand what is happening? So he's challenging the registration of Nigerian Democratic Congress, that is NDC, in court. According to him, there are irregularities in the process. And he intensified after Peter Obi and others defected to join AP and the NDC, following issues in Labour Party and, So he stated that his opposition is about stopping a national fraud. And that is why you had a particular voice there telling him, the main fraud happening in Nigeria, he did not see it. And for you, a busybody, because he's a busybody like Rufai Oseni already told him. The fraud you saw is what is happening in... I will still show you a tweet by someone who is making reference to what Rufai told him. I like the way Arise TV did this time. You see, I'm not talking about bias, but if our TV station presenters will work with the public, not to really serve public interest, but to do the right things, at least they will help in at least making the right people come to power. Can you imagine? He's not a member of NDC. According to him, he has been doing that even before Peter Obi. Now, he became more, functional in trying to stop NDC the moment Obi and maybe he had a prior info that Obi and Kwankwaso are going to NDC. Can you imagine? I like the way they shut him up. It makes sense. Some people could argue that that is not how it should have been. But then, let's see Somebody tweeted about Rufai Oseni's response. Let's see that, and we will now discuss this at length. Look at the tweet of somebody. The person said, Ruben Abati to this ADA party man, Umar Ador. You are a busybody. Leave NDC alone. Mind your party ADA that is not yet registered. Can you imagine? His own party is not even registered. So both Rufai and Abati disgrace him on TV. Next time, all of them should mind their businesses. And like I said earlier, the TVs should help us moderate certain things. The aim is at having good leadership for Nigeria. There are a lot of works the presenters can do. It is not about being biased or taking side, but making sure the right thing is done. This country has suffered so much. We need to get the right candidates out there. It is the press people that will help speak up. Okay, let's look at that story properly. It appears anywhere Peter Obi goes, crisis follows. And these crises are understandable. They don't want him to be fielded at all. That is the game. They don't want Peter Obi to be fielded in any party. So you need to understand why the crisis. So it means every political party platform connected to Peter Obi suddenly enters crisis. You saw what happened in NDC. Now they are trying to repeat such. You realize confusion begins once Obi becomes politically associated with that party. And why does this confusion begin once Obi becomes politically associated with the structure? Is it a kind of coincidence or normal Nigerian politics or political sabotage ahead of 2027? These are the questions many Nigerians are now asking after the recent interview, this particular interview you just saw, involving Umar Ador on Arise TV. And today, we are going to break everything down carefully, because whether you support Obi or not, the discussion touches something deeper: the trust in Nigeria's democracy. Now, let's start from the beginning. After the 2023 election, many supporters of Peter Obi believed the biggest threat to the political establishment was not just Obi himself, but the movement around him. Obedient movement is very deadly. And that is why you hear some people say, Obi is not what you will call, he's not the head of any party. But there's this thing about this obedient movement. There's something about that movement. That movement gave ADC the strength. It was why many people joined ADC. And their hope was that Obi will be the presidential flag bearer. But what happened? Many of these people pulled out at once they noticed, the moment they noticed ADC was only trying to use Obi. So there's this movement around Obi that is. And just like I said, after 2023 election, the people saw, what is happening around Obi, it is not ordinary. And in many people's mind, Obi won that election. We saw how INEC stopped everything. And their fear now, based on reckonings, based on what we are seeing, is that Obi should not even be fielded. Despite their city boys, everywhere, but city boys, though the city boys are already quenching like fire. Despite having all the governors by their side, almost 31 governors or 33. Despite having all the structures around them, they are still afraid. They want to stop Obi from even participating in the election. Can you imagine? So the fear of what happened in 2023. Yes, Tinubu was announced the winner at the end of the day, but we know the winner in the minds of Nigeria. We know what happened. Obi was underrated. When obedient movement were doing what they were doing, they were underrated. It was as if, forget this one, a social media movement, until the day of the election. So they are trying to stop him on time. You saw what happened with Labour Party even towards the election. Now, you saw Obi, while Obi went to ADC, you saw what happened. Down in NDC, they sent one of their moles again. There must be something about that to Obi. Now, here's the biggest suspicion. suspicion. Here is the biggest suspicion. According to many Obi supporters, once Obi started moving towards other political structures and alliances, the same pattern appeared again. That followership, they are afraid of it. So they will want to like throw in, just like, you know, a car that is moving with a high speed, they will throw tires, tends to stop these cars. They will throw legal issues. You know, they want that party to develop leadership problem. The other one they will put is these recognition problems, leadership controversy, institution confusion. And now, the latest controversy involving another political platform has increased that. And with what happened in the studio now, as you saw, that suspicion increases. I don't want to go further on this Umar's interview. He has been disgraced and you saw it openly. I like Rufai's response. And this is the part that a lot of viewers are hooked to. Out of several of Nigeria's problems, it's an emergency. He's asking Umar Ador. Politicians steal public money. Corruption is everywhere. And people are hungry. Insecurity continues. Now, your problem is particular political issues. For you, for that particular man in the studio, that is the national fraud. Oh, it's a very serious situation. Oh, let's bring the ambulance quickly. Let's rush this situation to General Hospital or the best office hospital or maybe abroad. That is just Nigeria's problem for this man. He's almost crying in the studio. Let's not go too far. I want to end this video now. The real fear, actually, the underlying fear is the fear of opposition in 2027. That is the fear. And I think they're beginning to see that same force they saw in 2023. And they want to stop him on time, like I said. That is the fear, in case you don't know. That same force they saw in 2023 is what they are beginning to see. And they are trying to, on time, stop him. I want to end this video here. There are a lot of things to discuss that, you know, it will take our time. But this video made my day. What do you think? Add your comment on the comment section. Thanks for watching. I'm Azuka OJ. Bye for now.